Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins. In the last episode, unable to find Suzuha after she was just about to leave the town of Akihabara, Rintaro decided to use a D-mail in order to go back in time and undo the event and intercept Suzuha before she left in the wake of her father's disappearance. The D-mail, of course, was an obvious success, and Suzuha is here before us, and yet we've learned something rather interesting. At the very same offline time travel meet that Daru was about to head to before Rintaro lured him off with the lie that Faris was going to be at the celebration party, Suzuha says that her father usually posts under the name of Barrel Titer. Is Barrel Titer connected to John Titer? Suzuha says that Barrel Titer and John Titer are two completely unrelated people, and that might be the case, but it's I don't think that there is any possibility of them not being connected in any way, shape, or form. With that, we're in Chapter 5, Dogma in Event Horizon. I open my eyes to a deep scarlet sky. I'm out on my back, lying face up. The sky is vast and the color ominous. I've never seen it like this before. Truly a very desolate sky there. Where am I? Well, we're clearly still on Earth. I sit up. Are we still in Akihabara? No. We appear to be in a remote desert of some kind. There is nothing here. A wasteland that stretches to the horizon. Nothing but rocks and dust as far as the eye can see. No plants, no water. No sun, no moon. No warmth, no cold. Not even a single breath of wind. It looks like hell. I believe that hell would actually be a lot more dramatic than this. A frozen world. Can't be Earth. I'm pretty sure that it is. Mars, I could believe. This landscape doesn't quite look the way that I don't think Mars looks quite like this. Why am I here? This must be a dream. It has to be. I give up thinking about it and lie down again on the sand. I guess I'll wake up soon. I should just wait until then. What if we don't wake up? What if we are already awake? I wait, but the dream shows no sign of ending. Have I ever had a dream this lucid before? Well, there was that one time where we were traveling through an event horizon in outer space, but that was just a dream, or rather a nightmare. There's a terrible ringing in my ears that keeps me awake. I realize that it's the sound of silence. Somewhere in the distance I can hear the singing of Simon and Garfunkel. Must be my imagination. My belongings are gone. I have no watch, no phone. The lack of motion numbs my sense of time. How long have I been lying here? Probably too long. Might have only been a second. It might have been 3 days. An epiphany. The concept of time is a human construct, made to observe our surroundings. The universe at large has no use for it. Time is a cage that we created to feel secure. Within its walls we can forget our own insignificance. I'm thirsty. It hurts to breathe. This void is no place for a human. We're not strong enough to live in a world without time. Tears fill my eyes. What do they mean? I no longer know. I want to die. Yes, let's die. No, let's not. But what is death? To be frozen in time? Time stopped for me long ago. How can I die in a world that is already dead? Everything inside me is crumbling away. Who am I? I can barely recall. My soul is melting into the void. Is someone there? Anyone? Something moves in the corner of my eye. Impossible. I try to move my eyes, but I've forgotten how. It's the voice of, Mayuri Shina, Mayushi. A pleasant voice silences the buzzing in my ears. It reminds me of who I am, Rintaro Okabe, otherwise known as the insane mad scientist Hoin Kiyoma. This time, my eyes move. So apparently we're not alone in this, desolate wasteland. There's a girl sitting on a nearby rock, although my eyes appear to be, quite fuzzy because I can't really make her out too well, but it is definitely, we do definitely recognize her. My frozen brain comes alive. Her presence breathes new life into this world. Mayuri? It has to be. My brain is still half asleep, and I cannot speak. It's Mayuri. Mayuri Shina. Mayushi, my oldest friend. She smiles at me, swinging her legs. The Earth, 70 million years in the past. Well, how did we get here? Did SERN somehow kidnap us in our sleep and send us here? If so, what happened to the others? What happened to Daru? What happened to Kurisu or Faris or Moeka or Ruka or Suzuha and even you? You're here, but you're not here. This is a dream, right? It has to be. Did Mayuri use the phonewave TBA to jump to many world lines and find alternate ocarines? Well, that can't be right, because as far as we're aware, Rintaro is the only one who has the unique ability of reading Steiner, the ability to actually retain memories from those alternate world lines. So even if Mayuri changed the past, she wouldn't remember. So apparently, we are the original Rintaro Okabe. And Mayuri is apparently one of many Mayushis, but the one that we're talking to right now is our original bona fide Mayuri Shina Mayuri. Although I have to be honest, if we see a giant Oopa floating around out there, waddling around out there, I will be thoroughly convinced that we are having a very lucid dream. So apparently Rintaro and Mayuri are both going to perish 70 million years BC. It has to be a dream, right?
でも
Of course it must be. And yet,
きっと7000万年後の秋葉原にいるオカリンとマユシーまで意志は連続していくんだって思うな。
and yet according to Mayuri, 70 million years later is when Rintaro and Mayuri will probably be born, or probably become friends.
だから大丈夫だよ。
And yet Mayuri doesn't seem too worried about our current predicament.
これは夢だ。
It has to be a dream. More like a nightmare. But we're back in the Future Gadget Laboratory. I jerk awake on top of the sofa. Mr. Uber, I'm so glad you're still here. And also, everything else. And we're drenched in a cold sweat. I must have fallen asleep sometime around noon. What a horrible nightmare. Nightmare is an understatement there, Rintaro. I guess that threatening email I got is still weighing on my mind. Yeah, the threatening red gelatin email that we still haven't told anyone else. And if our fears are confirmed, that basically means that SERN has the ability to turn us into a dead jelly man. Still, Mayuri had to save me? Even in a dream, that's unacceptable. I'm the one who saves her. That's the way it should be. Besides, Mayuri's not smart enough to talk about time travel like that. Yeah, she doesn't really, not really able to get around the technical details. And also, by the way, she happens to be Haru and Kiyoma's full-time hostage. I sit up and look around the room. She's right where I expect to find her. Safe and sound, not 70 million years ago. But here in the present, 2010, August 10th, in front of the TV, watching a Reinet Kakeru DVD. On the screen, the Upa riding Kakeru's shoulder is screaming something unintelligible.
マユシーもウーパとお友達になりたいな。
You already have an Upa cushion, Mayuri. What more do you want? Do you want an Upa invasion? Look at her sitting there all spaced out. Mayuri needs my protection. That dream was wrong. I chug a Dr. Pepper and check my phone. No new emails. I sent Taito a mail several hours ago, just to make sure that he really isn't his father. He hasn't replied yet. Obviously Daru and the others don't know that I changed the past, and yet we're receiving a phone call from Faris.
おーい、今日もだ。
Good morning, Faris Nyanyan, or rather, good afternoon.
お前か。秋葉ルミホ。
Yes, indeed. Rumiho Akia.
誰のことかにゃ?
And she still, even in this world line, she still insists that Faris is none other than Faris. I could have sworn that her real name was Rumiho Akia. Don't tell me. Could the D-mail have changed that too? Well, I would say that it would have been the opposite given the lack of moe stalls here in Akihabara.
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。それ以外の名前は持たないにゃ。
So you're still acting like your usual catsy self, but everything that arose as a result of your influence in Akihabara's development has completely wiped off the face of existence. We really need to
はい
talk
はい、
about
そうです
that.
ね。マナーはフェイリスだよな。これは失礼。
Just as Rintaro's true name is Hoin Kioma. She's just being her usual
そ
self.
れで
If Faris is calling me, it might be about the IBN 5100. She did promise to help us find one.
今日ま
We
で派手に
desperately
動きすぎ
need.
たにゃ。すでに包囲網が敷かれたにゃ。
And Faris is talking about something that we have absolutely no idea about. Or Faris' usual nonsense.
四天王が動き始めたにゃ。もう逃げられないにゃ。
I have no idea what the four Guardian Kings signify there, Faris.
そうか。だが四天王ごときで俺を止められると思うのは秋葉は血の海になるぞ。
It seems that the four Guardian Kings will be no match for the might of Hoin Kioma, the insane mad
四天王の
scientist.
後には裏四天王もいるにゃ。その後には白血衆がいるし、さらにブラックエンジェル12も控えてるにゃ。
Four Guardian Kings, four Guardian Queens, 8 Devils, and Black Angel 12.
そ
That's
そんなにいる
a
のか。インフレしすぎだろ。
that's a lot of enemies. What's
それ
going
だ
on
け
in
奴
this
らが
town?
本気だってことにゃ。今日も残念だけどチェックメイトにゃ。
Well, considering how quickly you beat us in Rhinet Access battlers, I wouldn't be surprised if this
Yeah.
was checkmate, but not quite.
あれさえ手に入れれば形勢を逆転できる。
Indeed, we must require the item,
IBN 5100の情報は未だ手に入らないのか。
the IBN 5100.
にゃー。ごめんにゃ。世界中の情報をかき集めてるけど、まだ見つかってないにゃ。
I would actually be surprised if she had people looking around the world for an IBN 5100, but so far no luck. Apparently she has no progress to
急いで
report.
くれ。俺にはもう時間がない。
I think it's more accurate to say that we've probably run out of time at this point.
見つかった時はフェイリスから連絡するにゃ。今日はそれまで死なないでにゃ。
Never before have I wished I had 9 lives as a cat.
死ぬのか。エル、プサイ、コム、ルー
And Faris hung up before we could finish the code phrase. That's why I hate talking to Faris. Anyway, moving on. We have more important things to deal with. This time around, my search for an IBN 5100 is going poorly. Seems, now that I think about it, it was probably too coincidental that we just happened to acquire the IBN 5100 so easily the first time around. Actually, I should consider myself lucky for finding one so easily the first time. I mean, the IBN 5100 is practically an urban legend. There are people like Moeka who've spent months searching for with no success. The less we say about Moeka, it's probably the better. The last time it took me barely 3 days to reach Yanigashi's shrine, almost as if something was guiding me there. That would be John Titor. It was fate. No, it was the choice of Steins Gate. That's why its loss is so painful.
さすが幻って言われる PC だよな。
Indeed, the Phantom Retro PC has eluded us just when it was in our grasp. Daru was sitting at his computer, like
アット
always.
ちゃん情報だけどさ、何年か前にコレクターがうん千万円出してまで手に入れたって話もあるらしいよ。
I wouldn't be surprised if the IBN 5100 was floating around on the black market or anything.
IBN 5100やばい。マジやばい。
They're really classic PCs.
そこまでプレミアがつくとは。
then people must know their secret. They're after the data in CERN's mainframe. Actually, the secret is the fact that they can read the IBM 5100. And, call me paranoid, but I have a feeling that CERN is probably not, they wouldn't be as secretive as they are and not take chances in leaving loopholes. I have a feeling that they're probably tracking or attempting to track down all the IBM 5100s in the world
僕的には
to
すごく不
prevent
思議な
anyone
んだ
from
よ
reading
ね。
their database.
実際なんでそんな値段がつくのかマジで謎。もともと高かったっていうのもあるかもしれないけど、当時の値段で2万ドルぐらいしたらしいから。
Yeah, computers were exceptionally expensive over 40 years ago. $20,000, that is
そ
expensive.
れにしても
Dollars
手に
no
入らな
less.
さすぎな気はする。確かにいいマシンだけど、それはあくまで当時としてはだし、
Yeah,
そんな血眼になってまで手に入れる価値があるとは思えねえ。
I concur with you, Daru. It's compared to modern PCs, where only collectors or serious old-fashioned PC maniacs would want an IBM 5100
誰
just
か
for
が買い占め
nostalgia's
てたりし
sake.
て。
One guy or one organization. The harder something is to attain, the stronger the desire for it becomes. That's how people are. And that's exactly how I feel now. In the depths of CERN, completely isolated from the outside, lies a database coded with an IBM 5100. What secrets are sleeping there? Could it contain the data from CERN's time machine research, the Z program? Could there be proof that the Committee of the 300 exists? If only we had used the IBN beforehand. Although I'm certain that the D-mail that led to the IBN's disappearance would have ultimately negated that. Although, thanks to the power of reading Steiner, I believe that Rintaro would have been able to retain those memories. So again, it is rather unfortunate that we didn't start reading that database sooner. The desire to know grows stronger by the day. It's not just about plunging the world into chaos anymore. I believe we've plunged the world into chaos several times by jumping through at least half a dozen world lines. We need the power to oppose CERN's evil ambitions, especially since they're the ones trying to create a utopian, dystopian future to begin with. And then there's that threatening email to consider. CERN is confident, Daru is confident that CERN won't find us, but I can't afford to take that for granted. After all, we're up against the brightest minds in the world, the scientists that invented the World Wide Web. And they're backed by a secret organization more powerful than any nation. We're way out of our league. We're just a bunch of lab mems in a clubhouse, basically. They'd have no trouble crushing our puny lab if they desired. That's why we need a trump card to hold against them. But without an IBM 5100, we cannot move forward. I'm getting restless.
うお、なんじゃこりゃ。
Apparently Daru suddenly lurches forward to stare at his monitor.
どうした？
いや、こんなのありえないんですけど。
Calm down, Daru. What's going on?
どういうことか説明しろ。
Apparently Daru is worried about something.
今、セルンのルート券ゲットしようといろいろ調べてて。
So Daru is still delving into the CERN
なんかやけにセルンのデータベースの情報が落ちてくんのが早いなと思ってたんだけど。
That's impossible unless somebody recently installed a new broadband line. We shouldn't be accessing CERN this quickly.
これすげえよ。なぜかこのビル周辺から セルンまで直通の光回線が通ってる。しかも1本じゃなくてたくさん束になってるお。
Several direct fiber optic lines directly to CERN. Why do I suddenly get a bad feeling about this?
直通と普通とは何が違う？
文字通り直通。こっからフランスにあるセルンまでマジで光ケーブルが直接つながってる。
If that means what I think it means.
普
But
通の場合は
it's too
違う。
early to jump to conclusions. That is indeed strange.
全然違うっつーの。
Daru calls up the National Assembly of France's website. Then he brings up the command prompt and hammers out some commands.
ほら見てみ。これはこの PC からフランスの国民議会のサイトを見るときの経路なわけ。
This appears to be a list of all the different internet routes and that we seem to be cycling through. There appear to be quite a few of them there.
この PC の IP アドレスが0番のとこな。で、その後日本国内のいろんな箇所を経由してからフランスに飛んで、そこからさらに国民議会のサイトが置いてあるところまでフランス国内のコンピュータを経由してる。
And that's just what Daru has been saying. So basically from our lab to France, we jump through several relay
国民議会のサイトを見るためには
networks.
16の経路が必要なわけ。
which takes about 16
平均
steps.
転送速度は 300ms ぐらい。海外ならこんぐらいが普通。
The average transfer rate is 300 milliseconds, you say,
わか
which
りや
is
すく言う
nominal.
と、日本からフランスのサイトを見に行くための道は限られてるわけ。誰でも同じ道を通る。これはフランスだけじゃなくて他の国でも同じだし、日本国内でだって10経路ぐらいは通るんだよ。
So you would normally expect at least over half a dozen IP addresses to suddenly pop up.
じゃあ次にセルンを見てみるお。
Daru calls up CERN's homepage on the browser. Then he displays the route like last time. The result?
経路はたったの1。
One step from our lab to CERN. Unlike before, the signal doesn't pass through any immediate servers, which on the one hand seems like a bonus. We have a direct line into CERN. But the problem is that direct connection is a double-edged sword.
しかも転送速度は普通の数百倍だ。むちゃくちゃ速い。こんな数字国内でも出ないよ。向こうはフランスなのに。
So why would there be fiber optic cables linked directly to CERN, I wonder?
なぜ
That's
直
too
通なん
much
だ？
of a coincidence there,
こんなこ
Daru.
とありえるのか？
クラックする前からこの状態だったのだぜ。僕は何もいじってねえもん。
このビルには以前からセレンとのホットラインがあるわけか。
Things are getting even weirder at this point, adventurers.
これはシュタインズゲートの選択である可能性か。
普通だったら絶対にありえない。日本のデータ通信網とは完全に独立したケーブルが1本だけここからセレンまでつながってるなんて。
It's almost as if someone anticipated that we would access CERN's database network. Daru's so excited he interrupted me.
そんなもんを日本やフランスの通信会社が設置するとは思えないし。となると
Which
設
means
置したのはセルン自身か。
oh, that is bad news bears for us. Because as I was saying, the having a direct access to CERN is a boon for us, but is also a curse. Because if we can access CERN, then they have a direct access back here to the Future Gadget Laboratory, regardless of whether we hacked into them or not. So even if they don't find out about the hacking, that means they can still use this line. Or maybe Daru gulps and nods. Cold sweat oozes from his brow. Or maybe we've been set up. I feel a chill as well. CERN might be able to see everything we're doing, in which case Daru's entire hacking strategy, foolproof as it is, has been completely blown wide open. Or maybe CERN has been expecting us for years. Oh no. Just when things couldn't get any more dire, we thought the IBM 5100 going missing was bad, and it is bad. But first the IBM, and now this. How could that be? The answer is simple. John Titor claimed that CERN complete their time machine in 2034. Just 2 years later, the world is a dystopia under their rule. Maybe the CERN of 2034 considers our opposition in 2010 to be a threat. Maybe they use their time machine to travel back to 2000 and install a fiber optic cable to track our every move. Daru might say that this was the mad ramblings of Ho in Kioma, but this direct line to CERN, it's entirely possible. There is no way around it. Has the invention of the time machine started an intertemporal war? If so, what can we do? Our enemy might be stronger than even I can imagine. No, I mustn't lose heart. We need to think positive.
でもさ、この直通回線があるおかげで LHC をこの PC からでも使えるようになったお。
So it's thanks to so this is basically how Daru was able to access the Large Hadron Collider in the first place. I should have suspected that something was wrong.
すごいよ、ダルくん。
But wait, that means we can access them in kind. Mayuri pauses her DVD and comes up
これだ
beside
けの
me.
転送速度だからさ、遠隔操作もタイムラグほぼゼロだお。まだ実際に試してないけど。
Well, that can be both good and bad for us. I'm pretty sure that CERN will not take remote use of the LHC sitting down, especially from an outside line, such as the one that at our disposal. Even if this is some kind of CERN trap, we might be able to make use of it. They're still vulnerable to our attack.
LHC ってあの20キロ以上ある大きなトンネルでしょ。結局何をするトンネルなんだっけ。
It's basically the equivalent of the phone wave
要素を
TBA
加速して
of sorts.
衝突させる。
あ、そうそうミニブラックホールを作れるんだよね。
Indeed, Mayuri, you would get a gold star
公
for
式発表じ
remembering
ゃ
that.
ミニブラックホールは陽子衝突の過程で副産物的に生まれる可能性があるだけって言ってたけど、実は違ったんだわな。
Then what is the
極秘の
truth,
内部資料によれ
Daru?
ば、初めからブラックホールを作るために建設された装置だった。
So thanks to the documents we found on CERN's network, the LHC was deliberately designed to create the mini black holes from the start. But we still don't know exactly how they do it. We need to think of a way to...
岡部。
Well, what do you know? It's Kurisu. Kurisu suddenly emerges from the development room. She was cooped up in there all morning. Her expression is unusually grave.
どうした？
やっと解が出た。
Figured what out? That's a
電
very
話レ
good
ンジの仕組
question.
みのことよ。
解明したのか？
Kurisu nods. She still hasn't smiled.
あくまで私がわかる範囲で導き出した仮説だけど、今話してた LHC とも大きく関係する話。
So you're telling me that the phone wave TBA and the LHC are more connected than we first
LHC
thought?
は世界一大きな電子レンジである。そういう例えを挙げたのはお前だ、クリスティーナ。
そう、その通りだった。予想は間違ってなかった。
So your comparison wasn't unfounded.
電話レンジはとんでもない化け物よ。
I believe that goes without saying.
こんな雑居ビルの一室に置いといていいものじゃない。もちろんネガティブな意味で。
Kurisu clutches her arms as if to keep from trembling. She really seems distraught by this.
具体的に説
I'm
明し
not
ても
sure
ら
I
おう。
blame her.
電子レンジってもともとはリーダーの研究の結果偶然生まれたことは知ってる？
I heard something about that. The fact that microwave was created as a form of developing radar. Daru and I nod. Mayuri shakes her head. We read up on that back then that the phone wave TBA started acting weird.
発生する電磁波の周波数は 2.45GHz のマイクロ波。電話レンジに使われているのは業務用の強力なやつだから、出力は1500から2000ワットくらいある。で、ここからが重要。
Kurisu goes on to explain that the electromagnetic wave output by the microwave are somehow connected to the electronic wave output by the phone. In fact, you could say that they fuse together.
確かにダルの設計図によれば、電子レンジと携帯2つの機器に共通する電磁波を飛ばすためのリード線はマグネトロンの陰極と陽極にそれぞれ結線してある。
So that was basically how Daru was able to combine the microwave and the phone in order to make it able to be used from remotely. On the one hand, we have the microwaves, super strong electromagnetic waves, originally a byproduct of the military's research into radar technology. On the other, we have the cell phone's standardized electromagnetic waves, a frequency now ubiquitous throughout the world. What happens when you fuse those two waves
ど
together?
っちも電波を使うことに関しては一致している。それがどんな範囲でどんな強さで影響を及ぼすのかはちゃんと調べたわけじゃないし、私は専門家。仮に携帯電話を踏み台にして周囲何百キロっていう広範囲に影響を及ぼすような軍事用電磁波がまき散らされたとするなら。
Remember, adventurers, that everything that Kurisu was just saying is still completely in the realm of hypothesis.
東京が丸ごと電子レンジの中と同じ状態になる。中にいる人が死に至るまでの時間は体重差にもよるけど、平均しておよそ3分。
I think we're all a bit
マジ？
shocked by
じゃあ
that.
電話レンジって大量破壊兵器ってことじゃね？
Again, this is all theoretical. Is it really that powerful?
あの電話レンジの中で起きてることを教えてあげるわ。レンジ内の目に見えない水素に対し電磁波のエネルギー順位が上昇する。これは通常の電子レンジの機能。
So now we're learning the function of how a microwave oven works.
そこに
With
携帯
hydrogen.
電話の拡散型電磁波が加わることによって
レンジ内のあらゆる素粒子が衝突を繰り返すごとに質量を増していって高速に近い円運動を始める。
It apparently causes a chain reaction.
それはいわば加速器のようなもの。
That would explain the discharge phenomenon.
加速器
So basically, the phone wave TBA, when it's activated, essentially becomes a particle accelerator. It's literally the same as the LHC. And if something like that were deployed over the entirety of Tokyo, everyone would be cooked in just under 3 minutes.
じゃあ
That's a terrifying thought.
ミニブラックホールを生成するために作られたのなら、やはりこの電話レンジカッコ仮もミニブラックホールを生み出している。
That would appear to be the case, unfortunately. And Kurisu doesn't deny it. As much as the expression on her face says that she doesn't want to accept it either, she doesn't deny it.
こんなに安定して動作しているのが奇跡よ。ただまだわからない点があって。
I believe I'm following you on this.
ミニブラックホールが生成されたとしてもそれは一瞬で蒸発してしまうはずなの。
Or maybe not, you're still talking about many black
でも
holes.
この電話レンジはどうやらそうじゃない。バナナや唐揚げがゼリーマンになっていることからそれは明らか。 LHC と同じようにミニブラックホールはカーブラックホールに変化している。
So something is turning the mini black holes into curved black holes or singularities within the phone wave TBA. And that would be our mysterious lifter, and we still have no idea what exactly is filling that particular role.
タイターの理論によれば、ミニブラックホールにカーブラックホール効果を生み出すためには電子注入が必要だった。
So something is giving the phone wave TBA the necessary electrons to create the curved black holes. And we have a message from Suzuha. Oneself. It's easy to pretend to be someone you're not. However, there's no escaping the contradictions between your false self and the real you. It's a paradox, and paradoxes can't hold. I tried to tell myself that I didn't need anyone, that forming bonds would only hurt. But somehow I ended up joining your circle of friends. I still don't know if it was for the best. No, I'm sure it was. Without you, I would have given up on ever finding my dad. I don't know why I wrote all this down. I guess what I'm trying to say is thanks, and we can actually reply to false self. We're going to do that. Are you sharing confessions now? Be careful not to expose your true innermost feelings. They may be used against you. Mail sent. But now, back to the problem at
そ
hand.
の注入される電子がどこから来ているのか、それがわからないの。
We still don't have any idea about the lifter, or
LHC
where
は
the
リ
electrons
フター
are
によっ
coming
て
from.
ブラックホールに電子を注入して重力場をコントロールしていた。リフターに代替するものがこの電話レンジのどこかにある。
And we still don't know what.
どこかって？
だからわからないのよ。
Unfortunately, we don't have any clues, so I guess that's what it comes down to. All Kurisu's explanations confirm is that our hypothesis as the phone wave TBA functions the same as the LHC.
LHC とは何か復習してみる必要がありそうだな。
Unfortunately, we have the super hacker for the job. It's time for our LHC Moe guy to shine. Daru,
LHC
you're
は
up.
ラージハドロンコライダーの略だね。和訳すると大型ハドロン衝突型加速器ってところかな。
And this appears to be a diagram showing the interior of the LHC, and also another diagram showing the protons being smashed together.
ハードオロン
素粒子の名前。
でこいつはフランスとスイスにまたがる形で作られた円形の巨大地下トンネルで、
Over 20 kilometers.
全長は約27キロ、地下100メートルの深さにある。
That is a long way underground.
トンネルの中には2本のリングが通ってて、リングの中は超低温の真空状態なんだお。つまり宇宙環境を再現してるわけ。マジ燃える。
I believe we saw photos of the interior of the LHC when Daru first looked at it.
陽子の加速は隣接する施設から線形加速器陽子シンクロトロンブースター SPS で段階的に加速されて、
So the LHC uses three things: the linear accelerator, the proton synchrotron booster, and the super proton synchrotron.
最後に LHC に注入され敷き詰められた超電導磁石による最後の加速を行うんだ。
They basically use the tunnel to cause them to collide.
最終的には高速の 99.999991% にまで達するを。 LHC やばい。電話レンジほどじゃないけどな。
So these protons are being sent at quite very very fast, basically.
でもって加速させた陽子を1秒間に10億から100億回ぐらい衝突させる。
That's a lot of protons.
そこで起きる高エネルギー反応について観測するのが LHC 計画の目的って一応公表されてる。大嘘だったけど。
Seeing as how we cracked their secret database, well, not their database to be sure, but from the documents we've lifted, we know that they are spreading misinformation. I guess that's about covers it for the LHC in general.
そこでラボ面諸君に聞きたい。我が電話レンジカッコ仮によってセルンを出し抜き、物理的タイムトラベルは可能かどうか。
Even though CERN have kind of created a time machine that have sent people back into the past 10 years before, it is still rather haphazard to the one they will ultimately perfect in 2034, so we still kind of have a chance. That is, if we can actually convert a phone wave TBA to actually do
問
time
題は
travel.
2点ある。局所場指定とリフター。
局所場指定については前も言った通りだ。D メールはきちんと指定先に届いている。
So in other words, we've already ascertained the means of accomplishing one of the problems that CERN has, which is the
検証もなし
destination.
に結論を出すのは危険よ。
Agreed.
リフターの代わりを担っているものについてはすでにあることは分かっている。その何かを見つければいいだけの話だ。
Unfortunately, that's easier said than
見つけら
done.
れるとは思えない。この小さな電子レンジの中を私たちはもう何日もかけて調べまくっているけど、ヒントさえ手に入らない。
And yet this isn't a particularly big building.
もし仮に見つけ出したとしても、注入する電子量の調整にはさらに膨大な時間がいる。
That actually depends on what exactly this makeshift lifter actually
大台って
is.
どんぐらい？
セルンは9年をかけても解決できていない。
No, but they might solve it in 24 years. We're just amateurs, so it's bound to take even longer. But wait, I have an
な
idea.
らば発想を逆転させてみよう。
Rintaro is going to take a different approach to this problem, it would
セ
seem.
ルンは人間を物理的にタイムトラベルさせようとしたが、注入電子量の調整がうまくいかず、得意点を裸にできていない。
And thus the people they sent through back in time ended up being killed and turned into jelly men.
それはこの 電話レンジカッコ仮も同じことだ。ゼリーマンにならず無事に送れるデータ量は36バイトプラスアルファだけ。そこで逆に考えるんだ。一人の人間を丸ごとデータ化し、それを36バイトプラスアルファまで圧縮してしまえばいいと考えるんだ。
Converting a human to data and compressing it into 36 bytes.
そうすれば D メールと同じようにリング得意点を通過できるではないか。
It's an interesting theory there, Rintaro, but it actually seems more a little far-fetched.
人間を丸ごとデータ化ってそんなことできるわけないじゃん。
Daru and
も
Mayuri
し
seem
できた
to
としてもそのデータ容量天文学的な数字になるんじゃね。それをどうやってたったの36バイトまで圧縮するん。バカなの？死ぬの？
Daru seems to have the same feelings that I do, and Mayuri is looking a little confused. But strangely, Kurisu's expression
いいアイデアだと思ったんだが。
seems to be quite different. I guess it's not that easy. The barriers to time travel are just too high. I turned to Kurisu, meaning to ask her opinion, and then I noticed that her expression has changed dramatically. Her eyes are as wide as saucers, and her mouth is hanging open.
そうか。それなら、もしかしたら。
And yet, her brain seems to be thinking about something very important. She pauses for a second and then...
できるかもしれない。
Kurisu is somehow very convinced. Do what? Time travel? Converting people into 36 bytes of data, even when a human's data is essentially exabytes, as Daru has just pointed out? Maybe, but Kurisu seems to have an idea about how to resolve this particular issue. But unfortunately, that's going to have to wait until the next episode, adventurers. So with that, I will leave you here. As always, until next we meet.